Welcome to the Power Up Podcast, your source for the latest tech insights in electric utility design and the energy industry at large.
I'm Corey Burns, a licensed civil engineer with a deep background in structural engineering and engineering technology implementation for the utility industry.
And I'm Trevor Scullion, a tech entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience creating solutions that power the future of engineering and technology.
On this show, we'll explore how emerging technologies, evolving standards, and smarter systems are reshaping the way we think about designing and modeling our energy infrastructure, as well as the broader energy landscape.
From AI and digital twins to design automation, right through to the business of energy, we dive into the trends driving innovation in this critical space at this critical time.
And we're not afraid to ask the tough questions or challenge a few old assumptions along the way.
So plug in and power up.
Today's episode is coming to you live from the SDSIC conference in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Joining us is a guest whose work is redefining how we visualize and execute infrastructure projects. Please welcome Shabnam Pazooki, BIM project lead at Power Engineers. Shabnam is the driving force behind integrating building information modeling into utility workflows, and she's a master of harnessing the full potential of Revit to bring precision, clarity, and efficiency to complex project executions.
And you've been at the consortium how many times now?
Actually, I think this is the third time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It must be, yeah.
Yeah.
And you presented every time.
Yes, and I presented every time, and all about the Revit.
Right. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. And thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
the first I introduced Revit 3 years ago. I didn't see most of the people doing that or knows about that, but this year was completely different. People ask questions. Yeah. They know Revit. They use Revit. They have a technical question. So I think Revit is growing very, very fast for utility.
Awesome. Yeah. So were you with Power Engineers how long now?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
As a project lead.
Project lead? Yeah. So you work with Jeremy Morton?
Yes. He's my manager.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So talk to us about your work at Power and what you're doing with Revit.
Actually, in our team, most of the people used Inventor, and I was the first person used Revit.
Yeah.
Usually, at first when I came, I tried to create some parts in Revit and bring the assembly to the Revit, from Inventor. But after a while, we get a project from Revit, mostly like Google project, Navy projects. They are all doing. They ask us to do the projects in Revit because of the coordination. Coordination is super easier in Revit than Inventor or other programs. And when you connect with other trades, like when we are connecting electrical substation to the civil guys, we need some space to connect everything, to do the clash detection, coordination, and create the issues, talk to each other on a safe space, and Revit is the tool.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it gets better and better because Autodesk is trying to connect it to the ACC, new form, and all the programs that they created, they are based on Revit. So I think Revit will be a powerful main tool in future.
I do too. So I've been doing a lot of work with Autodesk Forma.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing back and forth from
Yes,
Revit and
yes.
doing planning
That's
and
cool.
site
That's
planning.
very cool, yeah.
It works seamless too.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It ties in so well with your work with SubGPT
Yes.
too.
It does, yeah.
SubGPT Forma
Yes.
directly to Revit. Shabnam and I have spoken off the podcast numerous times about how clean that transition looks.
Oh, yeah.
And how fortuitous for the future.
Yeah.
If you go the route of Revit, that
Yes.
looks.
Right. And they've got the power of the architectural space behind them, right?
That's
That's
Revit basically created for architectural space.
Yeah.
That's why it has all the elements like door, window, floor, level, ceiling. Everything is already there. Okay. Some of the questions that people ask is about how you create a levels. If you have a topography, how you work on that, because Inventor doesn't give you those options.
Right.
It's Inventor created for mechanical things. But Revit, it created for a building, create a real building on a real topography. So it gives you all those different levels. You can control it even later after you design it. Still, you can control it. So it makes the workflow more smoother and more smart.
Right. Well, on the you mentioned SubGPT, so the AI stuff is all Python driven. Of course, Dynamo now, and they have Dynamo running with Forma, and there's so much we're doing with that.
Exactly. The Dynamo is a very powerful because whatever you cannot find in Revit,
Yeah.
you can create it in Dynamo, or whatever you are doing a lot in Revit, like repeating, selecting, copy paste, selecting, copy
Right.
paste. You can write a Dynamo script to reduce all these repetition.
Yeah.
You know, the only problem I personally have with the Dynamo is when you run a Dynamo, you have to wait a lot. It's not
Yeah.
as fast as you think.
Right.
Yeah.
So shout out to Autodesk.
Yes, I talk a lot.
Are you listening, Jack?
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Jack
Yeah.
Hobson will take care
Yes.
of it.
And with the ChatGPT,
Yeah.
you can create your own script in Dynamo.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like a designer.
Right.
You can get a help. Oh yeah, coder. Sorry,
No,
software
that's
engineer.
okay.
Yeah.
Personal.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can generate so much good
Yes.
stuff too.
Yeah.
Right?
If you learn a little bit, maybe you can improve it with ChatGPT with the
Sure.
help of that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a game changer itself.
It
right?
is.
Like
Yes.
when you look at the APIs for AutoCAD and Banner, like they're so fixed and they have their own way of working.
Yes.
It's very difficult to learn if you're not a coder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's great.
They have really, Autodesk truly has opened up that developer API to an extensive degree over the course of the last couple of years too. It
Yeah.
never used to be as open as it is now.
Yes.
Right.
It's not fully open, but I don't think Autodesk ever will be able to do that for all the reasons. So it's pretty impressive.
It is.
It is.
yeah.
And you know, Revit is very data rich. It has a very data rich components.
Right.
So whatever you create, any assembly or any parts, you can add a formula and parameter to that one, and you can
Right.
control all those parameters with a Dynamo or with a schedule.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can make anything you have more smart.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. So, what would be your advice to? So, I don't. We have a lot of new members,
Yes.
and it's one of the things here. I think John Thomas just brought it up. That we should have some machines set up so users can come in and just try some of the software during the conference for the next one.
Yes.
Just to walk in, have a Revit
Yep.
machine on. So we'll talk to Autodesk, see if we can do some of that. Because there's so many new people, right?
Yes,
So somebody just
that-
listening, they're
Yep.
just getting started, never heard of
Yes.
Revit. What would you
Exactly.
suggest they start?
Actually, first is like don't be afraid of the new things. Just try it. You know, sometimes you work with AutoCAD or Inventor for 20 years and you say, I don't want to do something new. I'm the expert for 20 years, you know.
Yeah.
But it is,
Never heard
yeah. But you know, it's same as like say I always draw on a blueprint with a pen. I don't want to try a
Yeah.
computer, you know. I know it is expensive. It is very hard to learn. When you want to buy a new computer, it's expensive. Yes,
Right.
but after you learn it and you use it, you never want to come back. Revit is the same. Just try it after creating one substation design, electrical or civil or whatever.
Yeah.
After creating one or two, it gets easier and easier. You know.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think about an approach to like setting up a team or doing a pilot project with Revit? Or do you have any advice for folks that want to get started?
Yes, of course. Actually, the advice I can give is first start to create parts with other team members if you have any, or if you have anything already inside the Inventor, you can easily bring it to the Revit and try to make that one smarter in the Revit. You don't need to create everything from scratch.
There you go.
Or make a similar one, try to make the same exact thing inside the Revit and try with that one. Also, there are lots of like sample projects you can bring it in, working on that.
Right.
That will be helpful too.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's great advice, and that's one thing that Autodesk has done really well. It's the transfer from different machines, different format types of CAD files, and they come easily.
You
into
know,
the-
because all these programs started with CAD. CAD is for Autodesk, okay?
Right.
So whatever it's based on CAD, it's readable in Revit, okay?
Right.
That's why they are all connected. And also the new programs like ACC, like a
Yeah.
cloud system, which is not based on a CAD, Autodesk make it very connectable to the Revit, and they
Yeah.
want Revit to be the main character for the ACC.
Right.
So that if you learn Revit and ACC together, it blew your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what led to the Subs GPT stuff with Forma.
Yes.
It was seamless to take it over that way and then
Yeah.
start doing simulations and running
Yes.
AI and Python, all that great stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I didn't get the opportunity to see your presentation this year, which is a complete catastrophe, in total honesty,
Yeah.
because you always give a very, very good presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So very sad that I didn't get to see it. I'd love to give you the opportunity to talk about it more so on this podcast so that all of our listeners who weren't able to attend could hear a little bit about kind of what you presented.
Sure.
I think you talked about it a little bit, but
Yes.
why don't you give us a little bit of the rundown of what you
course,
presented on?
of course. Actually, first on the presentation, I talk about Revit and how it works and how we create, for example, conduit, cable tray, grounding very fast. In Revit, we can make it a smart, parametric. It's changeable over the time. You can just bring it and change the numbers, so your cable tray will be bigger or smaller based on your project. And on the second phase, I started to talk about how we make it more automation added to that one, like using Dynamo, make it faster. And I showed a video that how we use Dynamo to create a connectivity, connecting pipes together with a connector. And the Dynamo doing that for us, it's specifically created for power engineers. And on a third phase, I explain how we bring like GIS or Civil 3D or everything, how we connect it, how we insert it, how it works. And because you can never say, okay, I have one program and I want to stick with that. You know, each designer has their own way, and we are all team. We are a big team. It's a big project. We need a way to connect everything together. So I cannot say I'm the Revit and I don't want to see any other program, you know. I explain how we can bring everything inside, like a GIS system, and how it is easy and smooth it works. And on the last part, I talked about how I used inventor parts that we already had and bring it to the Revit. For example, recently I had a new project. They asked for a GIS, okay? And I never created GIS in Revit. I contacted a guy and said, do you have an inventor file of that? They said yes, and they have several inventor already created for GIS. So they send it over, and we just reuse it. We just do a little bit changes on inventor, bring it to the Revit, and make it a smart, like adding a connection to connector to that one, and make their own Revit family. Nobody understands it's inventor. It's like a basic Revit family. And I explain how we can connect it, that one, and after that export it for a clash detection. Still, when you export Revit and inventor together, you can do the clash detection. And if you work with the different trades, for example, we are electrical company and we are working with architectural for control room, structural for all the foundation and structure, the civil guy, everyone. Okay, we need to be connected. So we upload it to the Navis or ACC. Recently, we most use Navis because all the people knows that. We connect to that one. A person, the model manager, run the clashes. 100 clashes pops up. For example, our foundation has a clash with the trench, with the existing trench, like a brownfield trench over there. And they just create an issue, send it to Shabnam Pazooki, please resolve the issue. I can send it to my manager or my engineer and say, hey, we have a clash here. This is the picture. This is the date it created. And they say, no, we cannot move. They have to move. We just create, for example, a new issue and send it back. And everyone can see all those issues. It's not like not an email back and forth. Someone is on a vacation and they lose their email. You know, everything is in the same location at the same time, and it's assigned to the people's company, managers, and a modeler name. So somebody definitely see the clash and they have to resolve it before the next week clash detection. So it makes everyone's life easier, and it saves lots of time and cost, you know, for you.
No, that's awesome. So you might be able to solve a debate we heard all week.
Yes.
Who wins when there's is it the civil
Actually,
guys win, or who?
For substation design, I think always electrical wins.
Oh,
But when I work,
they're gonna love that.
but when I worked for like interior electrical and like creating data centers, everything interior, always electrical needs to move, because like mechanical and plumbing, they were the first, and we had to move. We are but
well, folks, thanks for joining us.
But when we moved to substation design, I think we are good.
Okay, civil wins.
There we go.
The debate is solved. That's great. That's
That's
great.
cool.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll edit some of this. So, is there anything else you want to talk about before we finish off? How
No.
about some advice for maybe new people coming to the SDSIC,
Mhm.
or we get a lot of listeners that have never come before.
Okay.
So if you're a newbie and you come here,
Actually, it blew your mind if you are new because you can see lots of people like you that you never know they are exist. You
Right.
know, you see lots. Oh, they are doing the same job, same work. They have same challenges that you can brainstorm and bring new ideas. What are you doing at your company?
Yeah.
For example, me and Corey, the first time 3 years ago, we saw each other at SDSIC,
Yeah.
and we had lots of Revit questions. After the CIC, we had a great meeting, talking to each other.
cool.
What are you doing? How you create that? It is very good to find people, network with people, see the presentation. What are the new technologies? And when people ask a question during the presentation, you have an idea for your next challenges. You know.
yeah,
Yeah. For example, last year when I attended, they have lots of questions about how we connected these tools with whatever we have already.
yeah, right. of
Okay, and I
course.
didn't have that in my presentation,
Right.
but this year I included all those questions
Right.
in my presentation and answered it to the people.
Awesome,
I think it's a very good thing that we see each other at the same field.
awesome, and it's such a great way to learn when you try to present what you're doing.
Yes,
When you actually have to present,
exactly.
and it makes you think about why did I do that?
Yes.
And it makes you
Exactly.
think about it. Yeah,
It's
That's great.
that old rule that you don't know something until you have to teach it.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
yeah,
exactly
yes,
applies every
exactly.
time I have to put one of these presentations together.
Yes.
I'm like,
That's right.
I did this. I know I did this, but how
How?
did I do this again?
Like I was doing the AI one this morning. I'm like, when I was giving the presentation, it's like you break it down. You know, how does AI actually
Yeah.
chunk data and all this stuff, tokenizing it? What does that actually mean? I better look that up and make sure I completely understand that. before I
Yes,
talk about
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Because you need to know it logic to answer all the question. If
Yeah.
you just do something, it doesn't answer.
Yeah. Well, and then you have people that have never seen Revit before, right?
Yes,
so they're asking you
exactly.
all kinds of
Yes,
things. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
they really like it. I mean, I look at their eyes, they are like, we like it, we want to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. You see a lot of enlightenment
Yes.
too.
Yes.
And we had a lot of younger folks here now. Like it's good
Yep.
to see the industry shifting. We have like
Yes.
this silver tsunami, like everyone's retiring.
Yes.
Corey's taking over my podcast. It's gonna be there's so much knowledge.
You don't get to run away yet. You're in for the long
You
haul.
cannot.
But if you have
Everyone is here because of you. You
Oh,
cannot.
man.
wow, I thought they were leaving because of me. But like when you get a new person come in, if you show them AutoCAD 2D,
No, they
They
just
don't
like,
want
what
it.
is this?
why are we doing that? Do you have a slide rule I could
Yeah.
use? So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty tough.
And you know, the younger people, they are so smart. They already knows lots
Yeah.
of things. They are familiar with AI. They want to use
Yep.
AI, the programming.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't like that. Yeah,
No.
programming was scary. But for new folks that
Yeah.
they just started, they are open to learn everything.
Yeah. Well, like you said before, you go to ChatGPT, write me a
Yes.
script, and that. I mean, you need to know a little bit about what it does, but then you get to review it,
Yeah.
and you can ask ChatGPT,
Yes. Exactly.
why does this function do this, and what exactly is it, and learn a lot from that.
Yes.
And they're not afraid of that at all. They're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
"Like,
And you mentioned Dynamo. You mentioned the open API aspects
Yes.
of this. The better AI gets at writing scripts, the better you can. If the better you get at talking
Yes,
to an AI,
Exactly.
the faster you get to the position of, hey, as long as I have this platform that can accept these tools, that I can
Yep.
just have AI write for me.
Yes.
I got a problem. I don't know how to solve it.
Yep.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Yep.
You know, write me a quick code for a plugin for
Yeah.
Revit, and presto
Right.
changeo, you have a solution in a day, as opposed to 2 years of development.
Right. And you know, after years, when people ask more questions about substation from
Yeah.
ChatGPT or any AI that you are
Yeah.
creating,
Yeah.
it gets smarter and smarter. You
Yeah.
know, right now maybe it's not that smart. Maybe
Right.
maybe we are at the first of that. But after
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, when people ask lots of questions or give lots of data to it,
Absolutely.
even for small things, maybe you create everything yourself and just give it to ChatGPT or any AI
Yeah.
to make it like smaller, faster,
Yeah.
or more smart.
Yeah.
ChatGPT learn from your script, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and it gets better and better.
For sure. Yeah, and all that knowledge that we're going to lose, you know, if we can get those folks just doing some chat with AI and answering questions, like reinforcement learning for the AI to actually correct it when it's wrong. I mean, if we can get that before they all retire, that'd be awesome.
So we're just saying that the great tsunami is going into AI. Is that what's
Yeah, that's it.
that's all that's happening?
pretty much
Instead of coming
it,
down
yeah.
to me, it's just going to AI.
Like my 82-year-old uncle, Chad Jippet. Use Chad Jippet. I'm like, what? What the hell is that? So So, do you have any advice? Any other advice? Favorite book? I don't know, any hobby they should take up?
We did the book question sometime.
The book?
We did do some book questions.
Yeah, we had a book question.
3 favorite books.
Yeah.
What are your 3 favorite books? You have 3 recommendations.
Actually, the one I'm reading right now, the name is like Woman at Job. It's something like that. I'm not, and it's talking about a very successful woman that who started at very low and just make it better and better over the years and achieve to the top management things. And it is a very cool book. This is one. It's in my mind right now.
Oh, that's good. I'll send you another one with Carol Bartz was the CEO of Autodesk years ago. And she was my favorite CEO there. I worked with her early when they acquired our first company. We were with her, and she was a phenomenal CEO. She went through cancer and still kept the company running. Never told anybody she was going through cancer treatment.
I like those kind of books. Yeah, I really like it.
She was tough too. She swore like a trucker.
Yeah.
she
and if you look around, you don't see any women in construction. Like I think today or this event, 500 people attended. Yes, maybe 10, 20 women.
Yeah, I know.
It's So I think I'm proud of them that they are attending. They try to learn, and I like the books like related to those.
Yeah,
so.
I'll send you that book. It's a great story.
You're a trailblazer in the industry.
Yeah, thank you.
You set the stage.
Sure.
That's not a joke. That's 100% serious.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you read that book about Carol Bartley, she was the reason Autodesk got to where it was. This is like 2004 or 5.
Nice.
Like she acquired Alias, Wavefront, and all these companies. She was the driving force to make it what it was.
Fun fact I learned about Trevor yesterday. He reads a book almost every day.
Yeah, that's
very
why
avid
Pretty
book
much
reader.
every day.
he's so smart. Yeah.
It's like, guest appearance. There we go.
Private meeting.
No, you're good.
Now we're on the podcast.
Sweet, even better.
This is the best part of a live podcast. Bill Gordon, the chair of SDSIC, just walked in the room, and we're talking with Shabnam from Power, talking
Hi.
about Revit and everything.
Nice to meet you.
Right. Bill, say something. You were the first podcast I had, actually.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Yeah, episode 1 was pretty interesting. It was pretty long and got cut down. Let's put it that way. Imagine that. We'd be talking because I love to talk. But I was able to do that. And whenever I asked my vice president to come talk in Nashville, our 10th anniversary, he was more than happy to do so. He looked us up, dug everything in there, and he goes, "Okay, yes, I'm coming in. By the way, I listened to your podcast."
It's a good thing we edited that down a little bit.
Yes, we edited. So, thank you very much. I appreciate everything that you do to help us.
Thank you.
And be part of the group.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
If I can do something for you,
Awesome.
feel free. I'm an open book, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So,
You put
Thank
on,
you,
you put on a great week, that was for
Yeah,
sure.
I was going to say, you're
Great
doing a
week.
fantastic
Awesome.
job. It was a great week, very successful.
Very
Yeah.
I think everybody enjoyed it. I think everybody learned a lot.
Yes.
This year was one of
It's
the best
been a
years, I
great
think.
event.
Yeah.
A great.
Absolutely.
It was, really great. Yeah. So anything else you want to close with? Or
We are good.
all good?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's it. Corey, you want to close it out?
I appreciate you coming on with us. I mean, your welcomeness, your openness to share all of your information has been kind of critical to the SDSIC, I think, especially for all those individuals who are looking at Revit as their solution for kind of their modeling architecture. So it's been very beneficial for me throughout the years, getting to know you and getting to be able to coordinate with you on these things. So we really appreciate you coming on the podcast and talking with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you invited me.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I like to be around smart people like you guys.
That's why I brought Corey.
Good of you.
I've been to your presentation. I think it was Nashville, maybe.
Yes.
Isn't that? So you kept the spirit of the TED Talk. We always wanted to have that kind of TED
Yes.
Talk.
Oh my God. I loved it.
Yeah. So and you keep that alive. You're sharing.
Yeah.
You're not putting your logo up everywhere. It's not about that, right?
Yeah.
No, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I appreciate
it.
that.
Thank
That's
you
what it's
so
all
much.
about.
Thanks for inviting me. I really enjoyed it.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Power Up Podcast. Thanks for tuning in and powering through the future of energy and utility design with us.
If you liked what you heard, be sure to follow us or subscribe. And don't forget to leave a review. It really helps other listeners find the show.
You can also connect with us on LinkedIn or wherever you find your podcasts and learn about more episodes, resources, notes, and more.
Got a topic you want us to tackle or a guest we should bring on? Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, stay curious.
Stay connected. Keep powering on.